7 tips on how to raise money for your organization. So the organization as a whole is about $5 million a year. That's our break-even point. So how do we raise enough money to sustain the organization, but also to keep moving it forward, which means we have to raise more than $5 million a year. One is mail campaigns, which are now called snail mail because we have email. So snail mail campaigns are still very, very important. You're sending out hard copy papered mailings to individuals that don't necessarily like interacting with technology. So especially the older generation, they have a better capacity to donate than the younger generation. And the older generation, not all of them really enjoy going on email, trying to figure out how to open a document, a PDF. You want to send out not just information on your organization, as well as a request with a card to donate, but you want to send a return envelope as well. You want to separate the different types of asks for different types of individuals. You want to be just as grateful to every single donor. You want to touch them personally in some way, especially through handwritten notes or thank you cards, something like that. Online campaigns, especially through social media, there we need to raise at least $1 million a year. Getting grants from both the federal government, which we raise upwards of $300,000 a year through direct government grants or through 50-50 or through raffles that you need to get licenses from the government to do. Raise grants from private foundations, and you apply to so many different types of foundations, and they all have different criteria, and you've got to make sure that the criteria fits in with your organization and the mission that you're providing with the granting body. There's family foundations, there's corporate foundations, and you've got to keep that wheel turning, and we need to raise somewhere between $500,000 to $1 million a year just from foundation. From holding events, be it a gala or other types of social parties, bingo nights, attending a lot of other events such as trade shows and so forth where you can do fundraising. And those don't raise a lot of money, but they can raise, enough to cover certain expenses, $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 a year. The gala that we just recently held raised about $100,000 for the organization. It's a lot of work to put on a gala, but again, there's more reasons than one to hold a gala. It's not just to raise the funds, but it's to endear your supporters as well and have a stronger connection to your organization, which will lead to more funding later. Third-party fundraising, where you get other people to raise funds with you. A walkathon is a perfect example. Social enterprise, where your organization is running a business that's associated with your mission statement. Our thrift stores is the other social enterprise where we receive goods for free. All the inventory is free because people are donating their used goods and we resell it. We need to raise a minimum of $500,000 a year to beat the break-even point. The hospital costs about $3 million a year out of the $5 million, but we need to raise more than $3 million. That means that we have to compete with every other private hospital out there, every other veterinary clinic, and we have to provide exceptional service and exceptional value to raise $3 million in revenue a year minimum. The last part about all of this is estate gifts, what we call planned giving. You want to endear yourself and the organization to individuals that are going to leave your organization a bequest within their wills. You never ever know what people leave you, because as long as they're endeared to you, you're part of their wills. If for some reason there's a breakup in the relationship, they'll take you out of their wills. We realize a few $100,000 a year, and that's a fantastic way to raise funds overall for your organization. If you like what you saw today, please subscribe, and we'll see you next time.